Johnny Callahan. Everybody looking at their watches now. It must be time or time near enough. Jimmy Bradshaw's very anxious to get this ball out. Kicks it right-footed, way down the far side of the field. I see Jackie Butler gone. Jackie is just beaten for it. He kicks it way down. John Stevens. Oh, John kicks it powerfully down, away down. Kevin Toole has it. Kevin boxes very cleverly into Christy Devlin, the Yank. The Yank Devlin has kicked it left-footed. It's gone over at the far side of the field. Men going for it and everything. John Stevens is in there. John is beaten. I think Paddy Kelly maybe. No, Joe Howard. Or Joe Cullen, I beg your pardon. Joe Cullen is fighting hard. It's a lot of dribbling and drabbling, but Christy Devlin gets it eventually. Don't forget there's 1 point in it. Kilmacanogue, 7 points, 1-3 for the Sarsfield. The Yank kicks it. It's a point. That's the equaliser. The equaliser. And you can hear from the roar of the crowd that everybody enjoyed that point. Christy Devlin. People are very anxious here to get this ball out as Kilmacanogue. Kilmac, you see, are playing with a very strong breeze in this second half and should win this match. However, Jimmy Devlin right-footed away down the other. That's the end of the game. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would sign off and say thank you very much indeed to all of you for turning up. Cormagat.
This is obviously the high point of the evening. We've got a big crowd. I'd like to welcome here the Chairman of the County Board, Peter Crowe, who will be presenting the trophies to all the players. Every member of the club is very gratified with the great turnout of veteran players. We won't describe them as over 40, some of them might be insulted. And without any further delay, I'll ask Bartlett Simons to call the names of the players, and Peter Crowe will present medals.
Well, this is the Kilmacanogue. We just get him over. Ben Mulligan to collect his medal. Father Benedict, who was chaplain at the airport for a number of years now in Francis Street. Father Ben Mulligan. Now we'll have Paddy Mulligan, presented by the county chairman Peter Crowe. Jimmy Devlin. Well, what a game he had. He had a marvellous match. Jimmy scored 2 or 3 points from play. Vinny Brady, excellent football too. We had some great flashes of toe to hand from Vinny. Vinny played great football. A cheer for Ben. Ben played for Wicklow and he played county football for quite a while. As I've said, for Wicklow, Ben collects his medal. And now, this is Ted Murray. Ted has been a great stalwart of Gaelic football in Annacurraman originally. And well, Ted was never afraid to go back from anything and still is not. Paddy Kelly next to collect. Well, Paddy, he may not look very big, but by heavens, has Paddy got, well, Paddy has a heart. A heart, well, very few people like running up against Paddy. Mick Whelan to collect his medal. Great round of applause for Mick. Ambrose Stevens, who played in goal for Kilmac. Ambrose, well, it's marvellous to see men like Ambrose who are still as fit and willing to get out on a car. Joe has been playing recently with our junior and intermediate teams. Sean Brady, it's a great honour for Sean to be here. It's a great honour for me to see Sean Brady being here, being a colleague of his for so many years. I'm afraid there's some confusion. Jack Butler. Well, Jack is great Fianna Fáil man, a great politician. Kennedy comes in to collect. John, as I have mentioned earlier in the broadcast, has played football, inter-county football for Wicklow, has played for St. Patrick's of Wicklow, has won many senior championship medals. It's a great thing to see. John, Rory O'Brien. There's a great roar for Rory. Rory is, well, there's something special about Rory. He's like me. He's no air. John Stevens, the Ballybourne man. Well, John, as you will all know very well, is a brother of the late Noel. John Kavanagh, another ex-Wicklow Town footballer. John is Well, John, here comes John. John played for, as I've said, Laois, Wicklow and Kilmacanogue, and has been a great lover of Gaelic football all down through the years. The man from County Meath. Well, I must admit it's my own county, and it's a great thing to see somebody here from there. Gary King going up to be congratulated and got his medal from the chairman of the county board. Ollie Donnelly, who kicked great balls with right and left foot down the middle of the field. Gus Garman now. Gus has played very steadily in the back line. Paddy Connolly, a great round of applause for Paddy. Kevin Toole. Well, Kevin has been one of the great footballers of the village. And Des Fox, well, Des has played up until recently as well. Paddy Donnelly, well, wearing a number 13. They say it's unlucky, but certainly not unlucky for Paddy. Jimmy Bradshaw, well, Jimmy had a great game in goals. He saved 2 certain goals. Joe Harvey, well, let's hope. Joe works in Sweeney's, and Joe can play Gaelic or soccer. Davy Kavanagh, well, Davy is a great help. They're coming here very fast. Christy Devlin is next. The chairman of the county board obviously delighted with this honour bestowed on him. Joe Cullen. Sean Devlin. Sean going up to collect his medal now from the... Noel Whelan. Well, Noel, resident in Bray, and always played his football for Kilmac. John Donnelly. John has played football for years for the village. Peter Toole is next to collect his medal. The referee now has been called to get a presentation, and very modestly comes in from the back of the crowd. That's the referee, Andy Burke. Himself and the chairman are obviously friends. They've had a nice word there. Mick Lawler now to say a few words on behalf, Mick being the chairman of the club.
The county board to make a presentation to 2 of our honorary life members of the club. We have 4 to make, but unfortunately only 2 of them can make it tonight, this afternoon. So we have Peter Cho to present medals to Jack Messett and Bart Fitzsimon. Bart Fitzsimon.
Bart Fitzsimons. Well, what does anybody say about Bart Fitzsimons? Everyone has said it before me, and I'm not going to say any more about him. Jack Messett, the same applies. 2 gentlemen. The chairman of the county board, Peter Keogh, is now going to address the crowd.
It gives me great pleasure to have the opportunity today to come over to visit you in Kilmacanogue for the very first time. I've never been up on this pitch before, although I've passed by and knew where it was, but I've never been here before, and it's a magnificent setting, and it's certainly a magnificent place to hold your lawn and club. And today is really something for this club. I remember saying it's a very busy day in the county in one way, and I'm dashing around sort of after my tail, and I haven't saw very much of anything really. But I remember saying over in Dunlavin about an hour ago, or a couple of hours ago I suppose it was, that Lawn and Club was a great idea because it took away all the hassle that we have Sunday after Sunday in fellas going out competing, trying to get to the next round of the championship, so forth. And today we could all sit back and relax and have some sort of competition without any real competitive edge in it. Now, straight away today I have to take back that statement after watching that match out there. Because I was afraid that referee would never blow that whistle, because I was beginning to get winded on the sideline, and I don't know what the fellas out there were, and I wouldn't take any bets about where some people will be for the best part of the day tomorrow. I'd say a lot of fellas went a lot harder out there today than they ever thought or ever planned they were going to do. But that's the way, that's the spirit of Gaelic games all down along the line, and you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and you can't take the spirit out of the old fella. And when he was out there today, even though he didn't probably intend doing it in the first place, when he was out there and the challenge was put up to him, well, then he put it in, and he'd pay for it tomorrow, I have no doubt about that. But I suppose he'd put up with that. gives me great pleasure also to have the opportunity of presenting the 2 silver medallions to Bart and to Jack as well. But I would like to, and I'd say that Bart will forgive me for describing him as the father of the Gael. I would say the active father of the Gael in Wicklow. He's the longest serving member, I think, in active service at the moment. And Bart has put in a tremendous amount of work, not just for Kilmachannog, not just for North Wicklow, but for the county as a whole. And I'd like to say to him today, on behalf of the county as a whole, well done, Bart, and may you continue. May you possibly see the next centenary year. But this is the day, ladies and gentlemen, that we are asked to go back to our roots and to relive what the GAA is all about. And I think here in Kilmachannog we can go nearer to that than any place else. Too many people today, too many thousands of people all over the country and all over the world. The GAA begins and ends on All-Ireland Day with the Kerrys and the Dublins and with the razzmatazz that goes with it. The All-Ireland beamed into countless millions of homes all over the world. That's what they think the GAA is all about. But really, when Michael Cusick set out to form and found the GAA, that wasn't what he had in mind. And he may have been a man, he must have been a man of great vision. But still, what he founded the GAA for was for the parish, for the crossroads, and for to revive the games and to revive the spirit of the Gael at local level and at parish level. And today, that's what we're going back to, and that's what we're here today to do. And I think that Kilmachannog have done it in a very special way, and I'd like to congratulate you on that effort. And I have no doubt that the spirit engendered here today will pay off, and maybe pay off in not too distant future, and possibly in a little championship maybe later on in the year. Congratulations everybody, well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Peter Keogh, the chairman of the county board. Now I'm
not so veteran players to get ready for immediately after that.
now
I'm doing a commentary on this.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the line-up for the cabinet.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call on a few of the gentlemen who have played here today. First, I'd like to call on Jimmy Devlin. Jimmy, please.
Nolan Mulligan.
Jimmy, I have the great honour, the distinguished honour of playing football with you, Jimmy, and down through the years you put in great heart into it. But today, Jimmy, you played full back, you played full forward, and you played centre field. How did you feel, Jimmy?
Oh, it's honoured to be a part of today's game. Felt great regards of playing. Great to be back. Wished was a 15 or 20 year younger would take part again in that sort of competition.
Jimmy, I noticed you going from the full-back position way down to 21 yards out to take frees. Did you feel that you were fit enough to do that, or did you feel that the people around you were incompetent? Not anything against anybody else, let me add, but I noticed Jimmy put so much effort and so much through. What was it, Jimmy? How is there any explanation?
Oh, no explanation except it wasn't that the other players weren't confident of hitting the ball. It was just anxious to win. That's all. That'll be all to be in it.
That's very good. Thanks very much, Jimmy, and well done. Thank you. Well, now I'd like to introduce somebody. They're all friends of mine, but Johnny Callahan. Well, like Jimmy, Johnny and I played on the 66 winning county championship team. Johnny, as I have stressed earlier in the game, has played inter-county football for Laois and Wicklow, and indeed, if the truth was to be known, maybe many others. Johnny, could I just ask you one thing? You have travelled quite a number of miles to be here with us today. How did you feel out there, Johnny?
I felt very proud to be out there today.